20% rule that changes everything. Not everyone wins because they're the strongest. Not every champion conquers because they're the loudest. Some win because they know what to focus on. They know that in every battle, it's just a few decisions that change everything. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what matters. Arthur Ashe didn't come from privilege. He didn't have the best coaches or elite courts. He grew up in Richmond, Virginia, in a segregated America, where black children weren't welcome in most places. But inside Arthur, there was something different. It wasn't anger. It was a plan, and a mind quietly under construction. The world said, "You don't belong here." He answered, with calm. While others ran, he observed. While they yelled, he thought. This is the story of a man who changed the world by focusing on the 20% that truly moves everything. And if you think you need to control everything, Arthur will show you otherwise. You only need to control what makes the difference. A mind forged in silent battles. Arthur was still just a boy when he began facing his first opponents. But those opponents weren't across the net. They were in the stairs, in the exclusion, in the silence. He trained on public courts, with torn nets, and eyes full of quiet judgment. But in that unfair environment, he became something rare. An emotional strategist. He learned to win without yelling, to resist without breaking. While others practiced their strokes, Ashe trained his mind. And every loss was a lesson. Every win, a reminder that he could. With discipline, focus, and control, Arthur Ashe built the foundation of something unbeatable. A winning mindset. Precision over power. Arthur didn't want to be the strongest. He wanted to be the sharpest. While others relied on brute strength, he leaned on logic. His game was clean, simple, clear. But behind every move was a strategy. He didn't win matches with power alone. He won through choices. Each point was like chess. Each rally, a mental war. Arthur didn't dominate by shouting. He dominated with his mind. And that is what separates the good from the timeless. The 80-20 of greatness. You've heard of the Pareto Principle, right? 80% of results come from 20% of your actions. Ashe lived that truth, even before he knew its name. He woke up early. He read. He trained with intention. He did less, but went deeper. He focused on the essential, and did it with excellence. He knew the difference between ordinary and extraordinary isn't power. It's focus. Fall, pain, and the decision to stand tall. Ashe fell. More than once. He lost matches. Was overlooked. Underestimated. Then came heart surgery. And later, a blood transfusion that gave him HIV. But he didn't disappear. He didn't go quiet. He turned pain into purpose. He spoke. He educated. He kept going. The world tried to break him, but he never bent. Wimbledon and beyond. In 1975, Arthur Ashe won Wimbledon. He defeated Jimmy Connors, the favorite, the face of power. Ashe won with calm, with strategy, with brilliance. But it wasn't just a tennis victory. It was a silent declaration. I belong here. And the world heard it. Where the legend lives, Arthur Ashe Stadium, New York. The US Open, the largest tennis stadium on earth. And up there, on the entrance, his name, Arthur Ashe. Not by chance, but by justice. The boy who was once banned from playing is now the name of a temple of sport. There, where millions cheer, his story lives on. Every point played carries the weight of what he faced. And when the world turns its eyes to that stadium, they're not just watching tennis. They're witnessing legacy. You only need one shot. Arthur Ashe's story is about you. About me. About everyone who ever thought about giving up. He wasn't born to win, but he refused to accept defeat as destiny. He taught us that you don't need to do everything. You just need to do what matters. You don't have to win every time. You just have to keep going. Because sometimes, the world doesn't need more noise. It needs one move, one decision, one shot. And if you hold on to that shot with everything you've got, it might change your life. Arthur did that. Now, it's your turn.